The rain is falling. The fans are soaked. But here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. Give him 42 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week. Here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. The Ravens at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And some room to work. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play. Exactly.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chuck Clark. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this one is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores, but he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Here's Jackson to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ready. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And now Edmonds going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Ready up. Right, 97. Ultra. Check pick. Ready?
They'll go for it with Edmonds. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They'll roll him out right. Tua hit, and the ball is out. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They're going deep for Hill. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
They talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. And a completion to Wilson. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Looking to pass. Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Open net is Waddle, complete. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. To Edmonds on the toss. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you can imagine the 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens, on the final play of the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 44, Tua on the screen. This is Edmonds.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
While he's adjusting to the NFL game, Dr. Ola had 5 sacks as a rookie, and he's only scraped the surface of what he can do.
Another try after the first down sack. Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Here we go. Here we go. Track open.
Tua now on 1st down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready.
Tagovailoa.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here's Tua.
His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Watch out now. 50, still, just still. Ready?
Now a give to Edmonds. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
We talk about making winning plays. That is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Dolphins, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.